What's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first edition of Find Your Weird. Hello to everybody watching right now, live and at home. I'm Patrick Galactic. I'm the host of a show called Weird at Night. The channel is called Weird at Night. You probably noticed that. And we are live every Tuesday and Saturday at 10 p.m. But Find Your Weird is a brand new stream that's not formatted. It is not... There's no frills, no gimmicks. It's just me and you and our weird. And we have some really cool stuff to share because tonight I put some brand new rewards in the WAN Bucks. So you can tune into that and spend some WAN Bucks on some really cool stuff. If it sounds fantastical, it's because it is. So yes, so how are we all tonight? I mean, we're gonna be here as long as you guys want to be here. So if you have questions, If you we've got WAN bucks spent. Let's get small, baby. Yeah. See, I told you. We got small. Yeah. This is nice, right? I'm here to answer your questions, everybody. So ask me a question, spend some WAN bucks, pour yourself something cold. We're in no hurry at all, baby. Yeah. All right. So that's what happens when we get small. So if you want me to get small again, you can just spend some WAN bucks. If you want to go to hell with me, you can spend some WAN bucks. We are going to watch along Weird at Night short piece. We're going to watch The Chamber of Self-Discovery, the origin story of Parzival the Farcical. We're going to do a watch along. So I'm going to kind of provide some live commentary while we watch that. Can I go smaller, Motzi asks? Not right now, but I think I could get smaller eventually. Eventually I could get smaller. So I've had this kind of awakening recently. I've been so consumed with Weird at Night so much of the time that honestly, I don't always get a chance to. Sorry, I'm looking at a program here. I'm looking at the wrong program. Okay, so honestly, I don't get a chance to. I forgot what I was going to say. All right, anyway. Okay, so now I do know what I was going to say. So. Weird at Night kind of consumes me a lot of the time, and it's a great consumption, okay? But I don't always get to focus on music, and I really haven't wanted to. I've kind of been really content to be all about Weird at Night and sharing art and doing that thing. But lately, I've kind of had a big comeback in my life where I'm like starting to really listen to a lot of music, and somebody that I've been listening to a lot, that if you don't know this artist, you really should, is Harry Nilsson. Harry Nilsson, fantastic songwriter, late 60s, 70s, absolutely kind of a musician's musician, you know, a songwriter who has lots of little codes and hidden symbolism in his lyrics, somebody who really challenged himself and challenged his audience all the time to his own commercial detriment. But I did want to recommend to you all, if you've never really given Harry Nilsson an honest listen and you kind of dig late 60s, 70s singer-songwriter, check it out. Please. All right, who do we got in the chat tonight? Tom, my man Thomas is in the chat. Dartone the Savior is in the chat. Happy Dartone Day. Let's see. Blazing Space, my partner in Weird. Blazing Space is in the chat with us tonight. Motzi is in the chat. And Motzi, I will work on getting smaller, I promise. Freddie Dalmastar is here. Oh my God. So there's lots going on tonight, as you can tell. But one of the things that I will be doing throughout the night too, is also playing you guys a few tunes. Did want to remind you all that tomorrow, if you're in the Seattle area at 6 p.m. in Fremont, Blazing Space is the featured artist at our homies Monster Planet's Art Guac event. The Art Guac event, I'm going to drop a link in the chat to that right now. Monster Planet and Blazing Space are very similar people because they're always up in the ante. And the ante's been upped yet again because someone's been added to that bill, and it's none other than me. All right, baby? So tomorrow, at 11 a.m., I'm going to be on Converge talking about episode 200. And then at 6 p.m., I'm going to be at the Art Guac event with a bunch of cool people at Monster Planet's Hang. I dropped a link in the chat so you can figure out how to get there. And from 6 to 9, Blazing Space has featured visuals that are absolutely fucking mind-blowing that I think you're going to love. So make sure you stop in, if you will. Also, use your emotes. They still show up on the screen just as they do during Weird at Night. So make liberal use of your emotes. But yes, I will also be performing with Blazing Space tomorrow at the Art Guac event. And I don't think it matters what time. Just get there early and hang out for a really long time with us, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And Monster Planet does such a cool thing by putting the focus on a different artist every single month and opening up their space, their private hang space, their private creation space. They open it up to the public. It's really cool. I'll be there. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. Dartone told me to hydrate, and when the Savior tells you to do something, you fucking do it. Also, y'all, make sure you tag me if you want me to answer a question or something. Dartone says, funniest way to go to hell? It's a funny, I think this go to hell thing is actually pretty fun. Also, if you do the go to hell thing and you use an emote, something really crazy happens. So I implore you. So thank you, Dartone. I feel hydrated now. I definitely feel hydrate. Hang starts at 6 p.m. That's Arc Walk tomorrow. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the deal. That's the generally kind of expected time. So make sure you're there around that time, because, like I said, this is a really fun event and you won't want to miss it. I'm still a little upset that 2 days ago, I thought it was yesterday for some reason. 2 days ago, we ran the history of the GIF on Weird at Night. And it was revealed that the creator of the GIF pronounced it GIF. What the fuck? Who does that? Who looks at that and goes GIF? Just instinctively. Who does that? Why do people overcomplicate things? Why do people have to be so cute? Why do people have to be so precious? Huh? Why do they? I don't know, but you gotta ask the guy who invented the fucking GIF. The guy who invented something awesome and yet at the same time created a fucking English language catastrophe. Kind of net zero, if you ask me. Net zero. Motzi says GIF too. I don't say GIF. I say GIF. I'll always say GIF. It's GIF now. What do you guys watch? Like, what's your show right now? I'm watching two shows right now that I find pretty amusing. So one is one I've seen many, many times, but Motzi says, I'm old and the hard G wasn't a thing back in the day. Okay, all right. Fair enough. Blazin says, just got deep into Ozark again. Not my fave, but a good ride. Yeah, I mean, it's like a entertaining thrill ride, of sorts. A very dark show. Literally dark, like very dark. Like it's hard to see the characters sometimes dark. But that's kind of the thing now, like with the Batman and all of that. And the next one, it's just going to be whispers. The entire movie is just going to be total blackness and just people whispering to each other. It's going to be pretty intense. But two things that I've been watching lately. Monty Python's Flying Circus. I'm reconnecting with that in a huge way. And it's super, 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 super fun. Just kind of, I have this vision of Monty Python in my mind that I formulated when I was much younger. And so I think for me, I always wonder, am I going to connect with it the same way now? And if anything, I appreciate it even more. I think I'm even more aware of what they're satirizing or what they're parodying. And it's absolutely genius. It's the way it's stitched together. It really is like the holy grail of sketch comedy, if you ask me, because it's so wickedly clever and then so brilliantly stupid at the same time. And I just love that. Euphony of the Month says, I'm back into Twin Peaks and Northern Exposure. Twin Peaks is my all-time very, very, very favorite show. I have never loved a TV show the way I love Twin Peaks. So enjoy that. And I love Twin Peaks. As people who know me know. And Northern Exposure, I've actually never watched Northern Exposure. It's kind of a sitcom-ish, right? But with like maybe a more serious tone. I don't remember that well. But yeah, that's awesome, Euphony. Freddie Dalmastar, the American Song Contest has been the most chaotic thing I've seen on TV lately, and I can't look away. Freddie, I'm not familiar. Please do educate us. I'll be happy to read more on the air. Dartone the Third says, Arcane, the best show in the past 20 years. Fight about it. The Legend of Vox Machina, just a fun, great show. And I'm always watching old Star Trek because it's that good. You know, I've never been a fanatic about Star Trek or Star Wars. Okay, I enjoy both. I do enjoy both, but especially with Star Wars, I don't understand how people can get so upset about it. Only in the sense that it's not like any of them are like perfectly scripted masterpieces. They're just fun movies. If you just go in there to have fun and try to enjoy them for what they are, they're great. I love them. But there's so many people who go in there with all these expectations for what the characters are supposed to do or whatever, or how they've inferred, you know, the next plot direction or whatever. And those people kind of scare me a little bit because I wonder when the last time they genuinely enjoyed it, this thing they're obsessed with. You know what I mean? And there's a very thin line between obsession and just super fandom. You know what I mean? And speaking of fandoms, as some watching this broadcast know, I am a huge professional wrestling fan. Yes, I'm that guy. I am a huge dork for professional wrestling, okay? And I've watched it since I was like 9 years old, and I still watch it. But going on Twitter and talking to people about it is insane. And nevertheless, the Marvel fanatics or the what else? Anime people. Holy shit! If you get caught in the crossfire of these people just talking about a trailer for something, Jesus Christ! There's people threatening to kill each other. There's people. It's crazy. It's crazy, and it's so funny because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be about something we love, right? We're like just passionate about it and into it. But people get so like wrapped up in obsession rather than genuine love. And I think there is a huge difference between obsession and genuine love. It really can, I mean, get super duper toxic. I'm feeling a little antsy. So this one's on the house, okay? I'm going to give you this on the house. I got to work this out. Whew. I do feel better. I do feel better. So yes, obsession and genuine love, very, very different things, friends. Very different things. So this is our premiere broadcast, and I don't normally fly by the seat of my pants. So one of the things about this show is that it's really dependent on you all to send us in different directions. I have a few things I can talk about. I have lots of things I can talk about. I can play you songs and all of that, but we can go wherever you want to. You can ask me anything you want to. Within, reason. I'm not going to reveal anything about personal relationships or things like that. But if you have a question for me, or a request, if you have a suggestion, let me know. That's what this is for. I really want to talk to you all. That's why I'm here. And it's really great because on Weird at Night, not that I'm complaining, but on Weird at Night, we have so much to get to, and there's this whole kind of premeditation to so much of it by necessity. But what we can do in scenarios like this is kind of be a little more freewheeling, a little looser. You know, we can just loosen ourselves up and see what comes, and just enjoy it and get to know each other better too, because we can all get to know each other better by the questions we ask. Yada yada yada. It's all a beautiful thing, and you can spend those WAN bucks, and I will do whatever, and I'll even give you a preview of the things we haven't done yet. But we'll let me get to the chat here. Freddie Dalmastar says, "Oh, I got to get back into Twin Peaks. It's been airing live on NBC on Monday nights, basically the US version of Eurovision. Watching Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg trying to host together is unhinged. The finale is airing on the 9th. Wow. You said Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson hosting together. I'm sure that's probably charming and kind of fun. Because why not? Blaze in Space says, fucking love Twin Peaks. I do. Look, I'm not sure how much of Twin Peaks you all have seen, but the last season that they made 25 years after the show originally aired, The Return, was one of the finest pieces of art, of episodic art I have ever seen. I mean, it was just incredible. And I had to remind myself over and over again to just enjoy that for every minute of it, because this may be the last time that somebody that like a genuine surrealist, abstract thinker like Lynch gets a budget like that and gets to finish his amazing story. And there's so much that you can continue to read in and infer and understand from Twin Peaks. It's just it's an absolute masterpiece of television. I mean, and that last season just feels like every episode feels like a movie for real. So I won't say, hey, Noir Grime in the house, what's up? Anarchy and Bedrock, hello. Anarchy says, I have not seen it, but you could. Alex F&V, my cousin, is in the house. Hello, Alex F&V. This is nice, is it not? This is really nice. Yeah. All right. So this is Let's Go to Hell. I'll give you a little preview of that. Nothing cute about it. I mean, it's just kind of what it is. In hell. In hell. Oh, use an emote while we're here. Only your emotes can cool me. Oh, I see Dark Tones in the chat. Oh my god. I'm being resuscitated by our savior right now. This is magical. This is really magical. Thank you all. So, when you see these in the chat, when you see these in the WANBucks rewards, this is what you're buying, okay? So that's Let's Go to Hell. I already showed you Let's Get Small, but let's do it again. It is just fun for me. Let's get small, everybody. A lot of dancing tonight. I gotta turn. So we try to have fun no matter what it is we're doing, right? I think, is it okay if I play you guys a song or two? Because we can just do that now. And I'm not going to play anything that I'll be playing tomorrow. You have to come to the Arc Walk to hear that. Stand by. All right. I'm just turning the background music off here. All right. No, you did not, Blazing Spacers. No, you haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything. All right. All right. So I'm going to play something I've never publicly performed before. It's kind of bluesy of all things, which really isn't my style normally. It's not really my style normally, but I wrote this. Dig that grave till it's deep enough. I ain't too dead to die. Hold my hand and kiss my ass goodbye. Drink my blood and live tomorrow. Hold my hand and hold my daughter. Remember me, even if there's nothing else to do. Oh, I never was a traveling man, but I never was a traveling man for you. For you. Dredge these curses from the ground. Tell my mother I wanted to make her proud. Now my sins colorless dust. All my love and all my trust give away to something overdue. Oh, I believe in fairy tales and I believe in modern failure. Digging to somewhere in the deep metallic blue. You can't tell nobody what to do. Get a hold of meaning, carry it through. 'Cause gadgetry won't save you from the truth. The truth. The song is called Ain't Too Dead to Die. Ain't Too Dead to Die. But yeah, thank you all. Thank you all for humoring an old man. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna do another one here. I just don't know which one. Walt Disney told me love would last forever. My teachers taught me nothing I remember. For all I can tell you, the past never happened at all. Straight line, main line, governance of reason. They code a pipeline, water or hot treason. For all I can tell you, the past never happened at all. For all I can tell you, the past never happened at all. Told me love would last forever. My teachers taught me nothing I remember. For all I can tell you, the past never happened at all. Liars lay in wait for the truth to cast a shadow. Choirs sing the praise, entertain, disdain, despair. So for all I can tell you, the past never happened at all. For all I can tell you, the past never happened at all. That was a little tune called The Past Never Happened at All. Because sometimes it feels that way, doesn't it? Sometimes it feels like, I don't know, as somebody who like was 10 years old in 1990 and was like 16 years old when I got the internet, right? It's like that life, those like first like super formative years of my life, it's like they never even happened. Like me talking to my daughter who's 20 years old, she was born in 2002. After September 11th, after the iPod, after all those things. She was born after all of that. Like she's had that her whole life. She's lived in the specter of those things her whole life. So when I'm telling her about my life being taught to write in cursive because it's the only way anybody would ever take you seriously as a professional. And when, I got to turn the background music back on. When cursive was the only way you could ever be taken seriously as a professional, or when the Dewey Decimal System was like your means of survival in the library, and you like spent many class days really learning the Dewey Decimal System, and all of that now is just kind of, and so it is oftentimes as though the past never happened at all. So, very, very, thank you all very much. I appreciate the support so much. Thanks, Noir Grime, for being online. Thanks for stopping by. That's very, very cool. Love to see you guys here. Dartone the Third says, marry, fuck, kill any characters from Lord of the Rings. Oh, it's easy. I would marry Gandalf. I would fuck Sauron. And I would kill Frodo. Because he'd just get in the way and mess everything up, and I want it to be about me. Marry, fuck, kill. You're welcome. Naomi Bayomi says, anyone else watching for the repeating movement in the watercolor paint-osphere? I can't not. It's a fun little background, is it not? I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Dartone says the no internet porn years. Yeah. Like when I was a kid, I mean, if you wanted to look at porn, like you looked at whatever was available. Like somebody's dad had a Playboy subscription or something, and their kid would like find it and bring it to school or whatever. That was it. That was kind of it. Or if somebody had the Playboy channel or whatever, and we would sneak over to their house and watch it for a few minutes before their parents got home or something. But like, yeah, there wasn't just porn everywhere. It wasn't just like tippity type porn, tippity type porn. You know, I'm feeling kind of dirty. We've sinned. And now we got to live in it. Yes, Alex F and V says the Spice Channel scramble. Yes, that was a real thing. Cinemax. If you had Cinemax, I did at one point. I was never in that house that had all the cool channels, but we did have Cinemax. So Cinemax on like a Friday or a Saturday night for 12, 13-year-old kid. You betcha, Freddie. Letting loose with the Doritos in hell. But yeah, porn was just like a totally different proposition. It just wasn't the same thing at all. Does anybody else have any experiences with this that they want to contribute to the conversation? Because we're in hell anyway. You might as well just get it all out there. Get it on the table. There's nothing to fear. Except hell. And being stuck here and never being able to get out. That is something worth fearing, I guess. So it's not that there's nothing to fear. There's reasonable things to fear, but not irrationally so. Don't say the softly burning boy never taught you anything, okay? You're welcome. Dartone the Third says, I learned to find stuff better because of porn. That's great. See, and, never doubt the creativity or the creative impulse of somebody who's really trying to get away with something. Guys, use the emotes. Just crush the emotes right now. This is why I'm here. Crush the emotes. Just, everywhere. That's just fun to do, honestly. It's just fun to do. All right, I'm gonna throw some in there. This is poppycock. Let's see. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Nice. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Are we anybody got any exciting news to share? Anything they want me to talk about on the show? Anybody got any questions for me? And Dartone is keeping us in hell right now. But it's not so bad, is it? It's not so bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to totally turn these into 15-second TikTok videos, and we're going to absolutely, just without context, post a bunch of this. It's going to be awesome. Hey, we're on TikTok, by the way. Weird at Night is on TikTok. I started a channel. I've uploaded 2 videos so far. And they're not vertical. Sorry, but they are good. They are good videos. Alex F&V says, "What's the best Fleetwood Mac song?" That's a great question. The Star Tone III says, "Stay where you belong in hell with the other artists." I mean, I hate to say that Dreams is like maybe my favorite Fleetwood Mac song, but it's a really good song. And I know that we've all heard it so many times. That's why I'm in hell. All right, I'm about to say Dreams is my favorite Fleetwood Mac song, but it is. Because I can still listen to it anywhere, anytime, and I've never gotten sick of it, ever. Ever. I do love that song. Anarchy and Bedrock does not agree. And that's okay. That's okay. Anarchy and Bedrock says, Green Manalishi. Is that from the earlier lineup? The kind of bluesier lineup? Alex F&V says, mine is The Chain. Motzi says, Landslide, friends. Landslide. So is that with like Peter Green and stuff, Anarchy and Bedrock? Is that who that is? The real Mac. Well, I mean, you can't deny they did sell, like, you know, Fleetwood Mac with Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham did sell like 50 million records. Like, it's a staggering amount of Dartone the Third says, my favorite Fleetwood Mac song is Can You Take Me Higher? Alex says to Dartone, I hate you. I hope you fall into the hell behind Pat. And then Naomi Baomi just shared a ticket link for a Fleetwood Mac cover band show June 10th at the Croc. So lots going on here, folks. Lots going on. You can keep the emotes coming because we're going to leave hell in like a minute or so. And God only knows where we're going to go next. Let's do the watch along after this. Let's do that. I think that'll be fun. Are we having fun? Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. I'm having a great time. Having a great time. I'm just making sure I've gotten to everybody's comments here. So many emotes. I love it. I love it. Are we having fun? Yeet. Motzi says, hell has more reverb than I remember from last time I was there. It progressively just, it's gone from, you know, kind of a real big room reverb to like, now we're like on a full-blown Abbey Road plate. You know what I mean? God damn. The other show that I never even got to, that I've been watching, is What We Do in the Shadows. And I had seen the movie and absolutely loved the movie, but I don't have cable, and I don't really watch a lot of TV shows unless I'm watching them with other people. I'm kind of a social show person. I'm way more likely to have the patience to sit through a TV show if I'm watching it with somebody else that we can talk about it and stuff. So anyway, I hadn't seen the show, and somebody clued me in to the fact that the show is really funny and just told me to skip to season 2 and start there. It's so funny. It's just so fun. What a great ride. I mean, it's, again, that very quick kind of British style humor, mockumentary style. It's just so good. And the cast is absolutely excellent. I don't know any of their real names, except the guy from Mighty Boosh is in it, and he's awesome. Yeah, I just highly recommend. If you like vampire stuff, even if you don't like vampire stuff, watch What We Do in the Shadows. It's a really fun ride. It has the same vibe as the movie, And apparently now, if I understand correctly, they might be making a movie with the cast from the TV show. Like that all happened within less than like 10 years. It was a movie and then it became a TV show. Now the TV show is becoming a movie. So you tell me. You tell me. What else we got? Question. Are you a Beatles fan? Do you like the Beatles? Do you find them legendary? Do you think they're overrated? There's no wrong answers here. There used to be a time when I was a much younger person where the Beatles were like, it was very, very hard. Oh, we've got an auto-write redemption. We've got an auto-write redemption. So that's what we're doing. That's how it works here on the show. This is our one auto-write per episode. So we'll get back to the Beatles when we're done here. So what's an auto-write? Well, an auto-write is the tool of the Surrealists. It's a little creative exercise we do where I count back from 10, and as I do, you try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go. When I say go, we are all going to start tippity typing in the chat, tippity typing, okay? And after about 45 seconds, I'll say stop, and then everybody will hit enter or return on their keyboards. Everybody's auto-write will show up in the chat, and I will read them out loud, and then we will move back. My cousin clearly thinks the Beatles are overrated already. I want to know what you think. What do you think? But while you think about that, try to clear it out of your mind for this next thing. I'm terrible, okay? I'm a horrible person. All right, let me explain this one more time. I'm gonna count back from 10. As I do, you try to clear your mind. Don't think about the Beatles. Don't think about anything. When I get to 1, I'm gonna say go. When I say go, we're all gonna start typing in the chat, tippity typing. And it's just whatever comes into your mind. You don't have to spell correct. You don't have to edit. You don't have to worry about anything. And then after about 45 seconds, I'll say stop. We all hit enter or return. Everybody's auto-write shows up in the chat. And we read them out loud. And then we go back to our previous discussion. And maybe we'll do it while we're small. But I'm going to start counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Start typing. All right, and stop. All right. Here's mine. I am an automatic instigation of nature without a whit of wonder. I see the all-knowing eye, and it blinked first. I don't give a fudge about what you know. You only think you know it. I know you don't know, and that's way more knowingful. So take the bass out of your voice before you pet my animals, and take some time to think about the person you wish you could have never been without the love of a month and a good calendar full of banana hammocks. Blazing space. Hard to clear my mind on the other screen. I'm transcribing some of the best auto-writes of Alex's best auto-writes into subtitles for a 200 celebration, and it's just phenomenal shit. Truly, the queen of the Autorite, or at least that's what I imagine a Pop-Tart would say to a salmon on the way to bear country to play miniature golf at 3 a.m. with 2 buckets of sardines, but that's just me. I'm a Pop-Tart. Poop sandwich time is the price of the bread. Wow. Well done, Blazing Space. Alex F&V. I go to the place where the rabbits live and tell them there's no food for the honey badger. See how they like it when the stupid little crawfish come up to play with ramen spikes. Ever seen a guitar made out of ramen? I have on YouTube. Pretty fucking gross, man. There's one thing I know. It's that there's no such thing as a big bad wolf, but there is such a thing as Google, and that bitch told me there's no Satan. Whoa. Dartone III. Beatles are awesome. Yes, they rock. Are they legendary? Maybe not, but inspiring a generation, that's not up for debate. It's more of a fact you can track in the world of music. Naomi Bayomi Fami. Hello, my lovelies. I love the Autorite, but my challenge is that when I don't think of anything, I just don't actually think of anything. The land of no words is a very nice place to be. Okay. I might be thinking about circles or spirals, so that's something. Oh, that's something. There you go. Freddie Dalmastar. I wish to be a forest boy. If only a forest boy didn't have to contend with other fauna that bite and scratch and consume. Yes. Better kitty meow. I think if I was a jar of jelly beans, I would be made of strong glass, unable to be broken when dropped, and I wouldn't ask anyone to guess my numbers or try to figure out how I add up, but maybe instead be inspired by my different flavors and colors, as if I was filled with tiny, lumpy rainbows. Better kitty meow. Meow. Well done. Euphony of the month. Old Patty G just hanging in Hades. The flames don't seem too bad. Probably a great place to cook a hot dog or maybe a s'more or two. Maybe hell ain't so bad after all. Be right back. Gotta take a leak. That's poetry, baby. That's poetry, Euphony. Anarchy and Bedrock. Oh my god, what are we doing on Autorites? I didn't know we were doing this now. We didn't say we were doing this. Did we? I just didn't know it was time to Autorite at night. All right, Beatles are all right. Okay. All right. We don't usually do an Autorite kind of in the middle of a bunch of stuff, but the Autorite on Find Your Weird is a $1 prize. So it can only be purchased one time. So Naomi Bayomi Family has cashed it in, and we have just completed an Autorite, my friends. Congratulations. And we're back. And pretty exciting stuff. So the next 2 days are going to be pretty wild. Tonight, after Find Your Weird, I'm going to finish stitching together an anniversary history reel for tomorrow's appearance on Converge. Then at 11 a.m. tomorrow, I'm going to be a guest on Converge Media with my friend Trey Holiday talking about episode 200. They are just as excited as we are. It's amazing that we've gotten to this point. And it's really something that, I'm not sure a lot of people might not know this. I did talk about it on Weird at Night the other day. But Blazing Space and I have worked together long before Weird at Night. We had worked together quite a bit on Blazing Space, shot, directed, and edited several music videos for me that all turned out incredible. I've watched them recently, actually, and I love them. They're very, very good. We've always just had a natural chemistry together. And when we were plotting out those videos, I think we realized we knew how to tell stories together, and that was really fun. So when the pandemic hit, I was, trying to record a bunch of music. I have all this time to record. That's what I want to do. And somewhere in April of 2020, I just kind of gave up. I just was like, I just don't want to do this right now. This just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel logical to even be doing this. And I have to do something. I'm just one of those people. I think I would have burst out of my own skin if I just wasn't doing music and had nothing to pivot to. So my roommate had suggested streaming on Twitch, which really intimidated me. And I also thought doing a stream as a musician was really boring, because I don't want to sit there and play covers and try to get money, and it's not my thing. So Blaze in Space aired on the Astral Media Lab Twitch channel, aired a remix of Space Odyssey 2021 or 2021 A Space Odyssey. I apologize. And it was fantastic. It was like an hour and a half of just nonstop kind of abstract visuals and, mixed in with scenes from Space Odyssey. And Space Odyssey is one of my favorite movies anyway. And it just clicked in me that that's what the world needs. The world right now needs to stop looking for things that look like the things they recognize and needs to embrace the absurd. Because we are living in an absurd time. We're living in a very absurd time. And I think that's why I wanted to do Weird at Night. And I think that's why people connect with Weird at Night, is because sometimes trying to make sense of things isn't always the only answer. You know what I mean? So I had the idea for what I wanted to do for the stream. I wanted to talk about art. I wanted to gradually incorporate absurdity and stuff into it. And Blaze in Space jumped in with me, and we inspired each other. We've collaborated ever since, just rigidly disciplined collaboration in a way that I don't think either of us has ever done before. And it's been one of the coolest, most rewarding experiences of my life. Blaze in Space is like family to me, and Weird at Night is something that we're both so proud to be a part of and so proud to have created. And so for us, Saturday, episode 200 is just, it's not like, oh my God, I can't believe we did this, but kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe we did this. I can't believe it's become what it's become. I can't believe I have made the friends I've made. It's absolutely amazing. Naomi, Fayomi, Weird at Night and Blaze in Space, and everyone, it is imperative that I figure out how to turn my art into a 3D land like this background. Anyone got any leads for me? Yes, it's called Photoshop, layer masks, layer copies, and After Effects or Premiere. That's what it is. So essentially, you would put one of your paintings you would do a really high quality scan into Photoshop, and then you would separate all the parts of the painting that you want to move. You would separate into individual layers, and with layer masks, and then you would take that and put it probably into After Effects, and that way, or a similar animating program, and that way you could put it into a 3D space like this graphic, and then make the camera move, which is what they've done here. So it's absolutely something you could do, though. It'd be super cool. I mean, I would replace this in a minute with yours, believe me. Yes, no, that's pretty much how they did it. Blaze in Space, epic past auto-write quote from Alex F&V. I was infinitely cooler at age 10 than most people are now. Yeah, Alex F&V was actually a lot cooler at 10 than most people are now. That's true. Dartone the Third asks, how do you pie people in the face? Throw it or palm it behind the aluminum tray and use it as a slapping device? Dartone, you were in the military and you don't know how to pie somebody in the face? Come on. You palm it. You don't throw it. I mean, not me. I don't throw it. And the reason why is because I have no strength whatsoever. I cannot, and accuracy is even worse. I mean, it's actually amazing that I can walk around without just falling over. I have terrible balance. I'm very clumsy. And I do break stuff from time to time of my own, generally, by being a klutzy idiot. But strangely, I very rarely ever have a serious injury. Very rarely. I've had like one or two ever in my entire life. Naomi says, cool, I'm the queen of layer masks. I just need to figure out the After Effects part. Yeah, well, hit me up when you're ready for that, because we can kind of go over that and just see where you're at, and we can start looking at how to move a camera. And yeah, this I love this background. I think they did a really, really cool job with it. Anybody got any WAN bucks they want to spend? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got anything for me tonight? Because I'm right here. I'm your boy. I'm right here. All right. Let's do the watch along. So what we're going to watch, you're going to watch with me, is the most recent episode of The Chamber of Self-Discovery. We got a Dream Break request, and we're going to do that right now. Well, pretty nice. That was Noel Brass Jr., the homie, Noel Brass Jr. with a beautiful Dream Break. Thank you, Euphony of the Month, for requesting that. Make sure you go to Noel's Bandcamp. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. Boop, 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 bah. Boo 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 boo. Yeah. All right, I just dropped it in the Twitch chat, so make sure you go over there and check it out. So what we're about to do is a watch along, and what a watch along tonight is, we're gonna watch the most recent. Anarchy and Bedrock asks, "Is Fiverr still a thing?" I think so. I do think so. I've never ever purchased anything on Fiverr after reading a lot of stuff online that you shouldn't. So anyway, we're about to watch The Chamber of Self-Discovery, the most recent episode, where the Raccoon King reveals his origin, and I'm going to be providing live commentary after I shut off this fucking goddamn vacuum cleaner that just turned on. But we'll get this started, and I'll be with you in just a minute.
It was a time of miracles, of cosmic coincidence, and plentiful resources. A Canadian space research vessel of raccoons had landed on Mars in 1978.
Wow.
The raccoons only had oxygen for 48 hours. Just then, something happened that the universe did not expect. Within the universe, there would become a Waniverse. And the host of that Waniverse, Patrick Galactic, threw a half-eaten burrito into a vortex on Weird at Night.
You know, I didn't know I was
Burrito
throwing
landed
it's
on Mars.
1978.
Charged with art and absurdity, the burrito created a chemical reaction with the atmosphere.
Sorry.
Resources were
Sorry.
plentiful, and the raccoons developed quickly.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Soon, there was a rich aristocratic class and a poor working class. We were poor. I remember that. Every day was a
No,
battle.
Blazin'.
against red Satan
Believe me,
storms
I know.
to get to waste dump 69, but our baskets would be left empty. They called me hungry because I was always hungry.
His name was
One
Hungry.
day, in the middle of a storm, we encountered the king's entourage. Their beautiful ships, their fat bellies, and their enormous pile of trash. I saw how blind and stupid and happy the king's sons were. And that's when I heard my real name for the first time.
Prince Possible!
Yes.
Get out of my way, peasant! I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the prince!
No!
Make way for the Fisher King!
So, when you hear Parsifal's story,
Fisher King, please.
he becomes a lot more sympathetic
Please.
character.
How do I become rich like you?
Is he a fraud? Sure.
Are we recording these or something?
Yeah, we turn these into books on tape for future prisoners of the Chamber of Self-Discovery. You know what your tale reminds me of, though, Parzival? The tale of the stonecutter. You see, once upon a time, there was a stonecutter. You know, hard-working poor man, chiseling rocks out of the side of a mountain, and he would sell these stones to merchants at the market. And one day, he's selling to a merchant, and he sees the merchant has this beautiful jewelry, and all these people are, after items that he has, and he's a sought-after merchant. He thinks, I wish I could be this merchant instead of a lowly stonecutter. And so he becomes the merchant. And then one day, as the merchant, he's making money in the market, wearing his fancy jewelry and stuff, and he sees one of the king's guards go through the market, and he sees the respect commanded. Everyone gets out of the way, and this beautiful armor this man is wearing, and he thinks, I wish I could be that. I wish I could be that important. And he becomes the king's guard. And as the king's guard, he goes on many missions and does a lot of things. But one day, he's in battle, and the sun gets in his eyes, and he's almost killed. And he thinks, oh, I'm but a man. The real power is in the sun. So he becomes the sun, and he's shining and burning the fields and bringing life to deserts and doing everything the sun can do, until he realizes sometimes he can't shine where he wants to. The clouds are in the way, and he thinks, oh, I'm but the sun. I don't control the weather. That would be real power. So he becomes the wind, and he controls the weather patterns of the entire earth as the wind, until one day he comes upon something that he cannot move, a mountain. And he thinks, oh wow, I, the great powerful wind, this I cannot move. This must be the ultimate, most important thing. So he becomes the mountain. And as a great and powerful mountain, he lives for thousands of years, until one day he feels a pain in his side. And he looks down, and a stonecutter is chiseling away. And he thinks, wow, that man has the real power. And he becomes the stonecutter. See what I'm saying, Parzival?
I should have used a rock when I killed the...
No spoilers. Save that
No
for chapter 2.
spoilers. No,
What
no.
I mean is, every single part of the universe is important. You don't have to be rich or famous or powerful to be significant. You already are. The more you know.
Well, I love that piece, and I love it because, tucked in the absurdity of the story of, the Raccoon King and being a, false, an impersonator of the prince, the actual, by blood prince. It's a funny story and everything. And then Blazin takes it and bends it in this really interesting, sincere way, where we talk about the sin of comparison and the sin of believing that there is somebody above you who has it completely fine and everything's way better, and they don't have any of your problems, and they don't give a shit about any of the things you care about. And then you become that thing and you realize it's not the answer. I saw a quote from Jim Carrey. I have pretty mixed feelings about Jim Carrey myself. I think he's still kind of an egomaniac and kind of really into himself, but I think he means well, at least by what he says. But I saw a quote, I hope it's a real quote of his, but he said, I wish that everyone could become rich and famous so that they could find out that it's not the answer. And I think that's a really, really poignant thing to say, because ultimately wealth and ease is not what your soul is. It's not enough to settle your soul. There still has to be something more. There still has to be something else, something that's passion. Passion has to still exist, whether you have money and things are easy or you don't. You can have purpose, you can have drive, you can have sincerity. You can have all these things, whether you have money or not. Those things are free. That's just character. That's just innate in who you are. You can't put a price on those things. And so as Blazin relays to the Raccoon King in that story, every time the Stonecutter thought he was moving up to the next level, he realized there's a vulnerability he never thought about. And he only realized it when it's kind of too late. When he's the mountain, he's getting chiseled in his side by the Stonecutter. So he had more power than he ever knew. And he also became weaker than he thought possible. Interesting, right? Very interesting. How we doing? Do we want to keep going? Do you guys still, are you enjoying things? Throw me some stuff. Let me know how you're enjoying. I'm reacting to you all. So, yes, Blazin says, always balance, all a matter of perspective. It's true. But significance is not something that's defined by what kind of car you drive, what kind of laws you can get passed because you have a certain income level. That's not it. Naomi says she's sleepy. Are we feeling sleepy? Is it time for us to maybe play a song and wrap up and head off? And I'll see you on Saturday, or do we want to hang out some more? I'm absolutely. Ooh, Freddie Dalmastar. Stretch! Makes my green screen kind of freak out for a minute there. Thank you, Freddie. Yeah. Well, let's go to hell. Especially now, Alex. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna emote only chat. It'd be so hard to get you all day. Just know what's good for you. Now I'm gonna play a song from hell. Stripped down, cut me down with sunshine, chip away the stone, chip away the was a love and not a wave. My love, feeding me to the darkness of your dream. Failed me when you need to live again. I can break but never bend. My love, my love. Cut me down with sunshine. Chip away the stone. Chip away the stone. Tell me, does my love run out away? My love, feed me to the darkness of your dream. Fail me and you need to live again. I can break but never bend. My love, I can break but never bend. My love, my Strychnine, you murdered me with sunshine. All right, I'm gonna play one more tune, and then we're gonna go raid our friends Noir Grime. They're live right now, so we will be raiding them in just a few minutes. So stick around for that. But I'm gonna play us out with one more song, and it's a song that I've played on the show a bunch of times, but it's one I like to go out on. All right, I'm gonna turn emote only chat off. Oh, whoops. All right. I play this a lot because I want it to sink in, okay? And playing it in hell is really funny. Don't give up on your dreams, because when they're gone, you lose them forever. Love is not what it seems. It has to be hard to keep it together. In love, love was all that I could give. In love is all I could be. Love you, Freddie. Don't give up on your dreams, because when they're gone, you Well, we got a big Saturday ahead of us. Episode 200 is coming right up on us. It is going to be live at 10 p.m. right here on Twitch, on YouTube, and the Converge Media channels. Please do not miss this. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't forget, I will be live on Converge Media at 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. And then Blazing Space and I will both be live at the Art Guac with our friends Monster Planet, having a damn good time. It's a really, really cool next few days coming up. I cannot wait to celebrate what we've accomplished here and what we've accomplished together. So, without further ado, I'm going to pass this off to our friends over at Noir Grime, and we're going to watch their amazing creative process while we do it. But I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you Saturday for Sherzies.